Hey guys, and welcome to a sort of Hunger Games tip thingy regarding axes and their properties in 1.6. So I was playing with schmockyyy earlier, and he was talking about how overpowered axes were in 1.6. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, there's been some myth as to the magical abilities of axes in PvP, but most of those have been put to rest. But the one thing schmockyyy found most definitely works. As everybody assuredly remembers, when 1.6 came out, swords were buffed to do incredible amounts of damage. MCPvP saw the issue though and fixed the sword damage back to what it originally was. But what most people do not realize is that all tools were buffed as well, and axes doing half a heart less than swords became mildly overpowered as well. This was not fixed by MCPvP, and this is what schmockyyy was talking about. I was intrigued, so I decided to do some tests on this. As you can see here in this footage, a wood sword does 1.5 hearts, a stone sword does 2, and an iron sword does 2.5. We didn't have one available to test with, but following the same pattern, a diamond sword would do 3 hearts. Now, when we tested the axes, we found that a wood axe does 2 hearts, a stone one does 2.5, and an iron does 3. Following the same logic, one would conclude that a diamond axe, if you manage to get your hands on one, would do 3.5 hearts. Basically, all types of axes now do half a heart more than their sword counterpart, which basically negates the use of the Viking kit. This allows for some interesting kit combinations such as Viking and Urgle, Viking and Madman, Viking and Kangaroo, basically Viking and anything else, because who doesn't love an extra half a heart of damage for free? However, and this is a big however, Viking was not nerfed either, and this neat little kit that does half a heart more than a sword now does much more. As a Viking, a wood axe now does 2.5 hearts, or as much as an iron sword, a stone axe does 3, as much as a diamond sword, and an iron axe does 3.5, which is more than a diamond sword. I think you'll agree that this is pretty overpowered. Now, I didn't test the crits on camera, but a critical hit with an iron axe as Viking does 5.5 hearts of damage. This equals a 2-shot kill if the Viking is jumping while fighting and the person can't soup fast enough. Pretty overpowered. Now this is definitely getting fixed soon because Bad Boy Halo and WikiKiki both know about it, but I thought I'd share it anyway just to let you guys play around with it while it still works. Thanks to bball and schmockyyy for helping me to test this, and especially schmockyyy for discovering it. They were big helps getting us into a safe spot in the game and getting the iron within about 2 minutes so that we could test this fast. Thanks again guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little tip video.